Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, so I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. I also will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay, let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, and monthlies, etc. But we really never ask, how are you doing? So this reading is all about you, what you're going through right now, and how things are going to transpire as you move forward. So hopefully it will help in some way. For simplicity, I'm actually just using one deck. It's the vintage Rider-Waite Tarot. So let us begin and see what is going on there for you, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Now, your first card there is the Strength card. Interesting that your first card is a Leo card. So this is about you learning more about yourself, discovering your personal power and strength during difficult or even testing times. Also, it's about you being bold and daring, really wanting to reach out and do something different, something unique or spontaneous with your life without any regret. And I definitely see here that you are changing your narrative for the positive, of course, but it is number 8 in the major arcanas, and that tends to mean that really right now you're on a personal journey of self-discovery and you're learning more about yourself, your needs, and implementing self-care routines. But let's get the rest of the cards before we move forward, just to see what's going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show them the way? I can see that some of you are really looking at energy levels, protecting your energy levels in particular from things or people that distract you or try to derail you or things that drain your energy. I definitely see that you've been doing a lot in life to the point where you're exhausted, burnt out, and I feel some of you are concocting plans, shall we say, to do new things in your life, but it's really hard because you also have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. And I just get this sense of like, you know what, does it get any easier? Why does it always have to be this hard? But I definitely see, we've got the Judgment card there. So this is you focusing on your calling. I feel some of you are going to make some major adjustments in your life, and you're going to have a major breakthrough when it comes to whatever it is that you're trying to battle away with right now. I definitely see a breakthrough that is positive. I mean, your outcome energy is super positive there. But let's get to the Start card there. This is a Strength card. So this is about you putting your own needs first, not in a selfish way. You know, we can't really help another person or help change our external circumstances unless we change within ourselves first. You know, you're being the change that you want to see in the world, and it's hard. But I definitely get an energy here that you're someone who is very kind, very open, you have a beautiful heart, and you're always there to help another person or try to fix their problems in some way or even calm their moods. Okay, I feel like you are someone who has a lot of empathy, and I feel one of the lessons you've come to in this lifetime is to recognize that you're very generous, you're very kind, and very supportive, very healing to other people. But also, you must not forget about your own needs, okay? Remember that the cup of love, the cup of help kindness, care. It always starts with the self first, because you cannot give with an empty cup, because you'll keep depleting yourself, and then, you'll be completely running on empty. And I feel some of you with that 10 of Wands there, you've been running on empty. Don't get me wrong, you're someone who's very passionate. You're someone who's a problem solver. If you come up against anything, you're definitely someone who is strong enough to overcome any obstacle. And I do see that level of strength in your life. I mean, you're a very strong cookie. And this card can indicate that, you've had a very tough journey till now. And it really feels sometimes that you've got the weight on your shoulders. And I feel this sense of breathe, relax, because you're about to have a breakthrough. And what is meant for you will never pass you by. But I totally see in your cards that things have been difficult. Okay. I also see that some of you have been in a very defensive energy. So what I mean by that is you may have had some level of trauma or difficulty that you've been trying to work through right now. Try to resolve within yourself, and you're almost like living in fight or flight mode, where you're expecting troubles ahead, or you're expecting the worst, but actually I see the best outcome coming here for you. But the Strength card, it also indicates that you're powering up. So for some of you, powering up could be that you are focusing on your health at this time. You're looking at your immune system. For some of you, it could be that you're hitting the gym and powering up in terms of muscle, or in terms of like strengthening your body. For others, it could be that you're strengthening friendships or relationships, or you're actually strengthening your connection with your higher self, is what I see mainly here. And I'm actually being given an image in the water for you, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me like a conifer cone, like a pine cone type thing. Now that does tend to be symbolic of an enlightenment, okay? Now I feel you're going through a major awakening. I feel like you're opening up to new information, especially since you have the Ace of Swords there. So I feel like you're having a lot of downloads at this time, but also I feel like you're being acutely observant of the world that you live in, and you're discovering new truths, shall we say. But I also get an energy of rebirth, regeneration, and looking at life with new eyes. And that can be hard as well. So although I feel you are going through a spiritual awakening, and I feel actually you've been going through this for some time, and it's exhausting, I feel also you're trying to do life. And again, it's just hard. I feel also you've been learning about self-care routines, loving yourself unconditionally, because I feel some of you, there's this energy here of, the inner battle is what I see. So some of you, it may have taken you a long time to feel really comfortable within your own skin, to really have confidence within yourself. And a Leo is perceived as being someone who's really gregarious, someone who's flamboyant, really out there, has a lot of energy, tenacity, and drive. And of course, you are all of those things, but not in every moment. And you may feel a little bit fed up when people expect you to bring that energy all the time. So I feel right now, some of you may have withdrawn a little bit briefly, especially with that Four of Swords there. You're exhausted. You're being asked to take good care of yourself at this time, to really find a peaceful state of mind, to reflect on what it is you want, who you are, of course. And sometimes, in order to discover who we are, we must really discover who we are not, okay? That came up in the week that I've just had. I've been given this information, and it's almost like I'm being nudged to offer it up in this reading to you as well. So I feel like you're really looking at your morals, what you stand for, what you feel you should move towards in terms of your belief system, your integrity. I really feel like you are someone who is true blue loyal to the people around you, but you've experienced some things in life that now maybe from people, and maybe from circumstances, you may have discovered that not everybody is as loyal and strong as you when it comes to belief systems. And there may have been a level of disappointment, but I feel it's taught you how strong you are. And not everybody, really stands to their morals or to their truth, shall we say, but you really do. And I feel you've come to this lifetime to remain strong and move forward with your belief system, but also with the Judgment card, I feel like you have a very strong calling in life. And I feel, nothing is going to get in the way of that. Yes, there's been some difficulty. I see this hardship there with that Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I feel like you've done a lot of heavy lifting in life. And you're being asked right now, are you doing too much? Is there something that you can really prioritize right now? Because we don't have to do it all. Society has built this kind of energy where we just have to be always doing. We're human beings. Sometimes we can allow ourselves to just be and find that clarity, that peace of mind. So some of you are trying really hard to, take things to the next level in terms of your spiritual development, because the Four of Swords can actually be that you're meditating or that you are connecting to your higher self. It's a card of, trying to make the mind less busy, because I feel the physical body right now for you is super busy and you have a lot of responsibilities. You're on the go. I mean, even if you're retired, you still got loads of things that you're doing, loads of things on your mind. And some of you have been doing a very intense journey of healing, because the Four of Swords can, indicate that, of course, it comes after the Three of Swords. So that means something has been difficult, something's been hard. Perhaps some of you have been going through some grief or some sadness or some hardship, and you're just coming out of that now and trying to resolve it within yourself and find a level of peace where you can be back in control of things again and just sort of be a little bit more grounded. Now, also the Four of Swords is closure. So a lot of you have been getting closure on situations that were difficult. So for some of you, it could be that something has come to an end for you, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a relationship, could be a situation, could be a job, could be a friendship, and you're just trying to, process it and get clear with it before you move forward. I also feel there's been a bit of conflict going on there. So some of you, it may be that you've been dealing with a difficult person, whether this is someone in your family unit or someone in your immediate circumstances, a neighbor, someone in your community, maybe even someone in your working environment if you're in a career. And I feel this energy of like, why do they have to make it so hard? Why does it have to be difficult? Because, basically you're an advocate for peace. You're someone who can bring your A game. And of course, if you annoy a Leo, there is a roar that comes out, but you don't want to approach with that. You want to approach for peace. And I really get this sense here that you're trying to lessen the drama in your life, and it's been hard. So some of your friendships may have changed. Some of your relationships have changed. Your viewpoint has certainly changed, and I feel like you're going through that process, and it can be really difficult. An awakening is not some sort of unicorns and rose petals and rainbows moment. It's actually about sorting through the mud of life, and I feel some of you, the Four of Swords tells me you're exhausted, but it is going to be rewarding because it gives you a higher sense of clarity. But it also helps you make a breakthrough on so many things that perhaps have been with you from your past. Because I get a sense here that, of course, your past, it shaped you, it made you who you are, and it influenced the way you operate in life in general. But you're not allowing it to prevent you from being happy moving forward, okay? So that Four of Swords, I really get a sense here of stability, trying to find stability in solitude as well. So some of you may have withdrawn briefly in order to know thyself on a deeper level, or to get strong in some area of your life. For example, and I'm just giving examples here, for some of you, it could be that you've withdrawn in order to really focus on, growing your own food. Or for some of you, you could have withdrawn from friendships or circumstances in order to focus on a big job project or creating abundance. For some of you, you could have withdrawn just to, get to know yourself on a deeper level, because you may feel that things are shifting or changing, or that you're evolving and maturing, and you're kind of like, what? You're a different aspect of yourself right now, and you're exploring that, and it's actually very exciting, but it can also feel a little bit disorientating is what I see there. Now, we do have that Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands indicates that actually you're at your personal best right now. You can't have the past, you can't be in the future you are the person you are right now, and you must embrace it. And the Seven of Wands also indicates that you are unstoppable in all your endeavors, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. You may feel that some days you have this big energy, this tenacity, this drive to move forward and push obstacles out of the way and really achieve your goals and your dreams. And then other days you may feel a little bit flat, like, you're exhausted or drained, and you're starting to look at perhaps different things like food, substances, people, environments that actually drain your energy. Like, I don't know if this is true, but this is coming up, so I'm going to mention it. Something that I heard myself many months ago, I think it was just like a reel. And sometimes, these reels, you can't take it as truth. You have to look a little bit deeper. So I have to look a little bit deeper on this to see if it's fact. but I'm not sure. It's like different vibrations and different things obviously drain our energy. And someone said that, if you have like a car that is a convertible, for example, which of course, whoever's got a convertible car, whenever you drive past in the sun, I'm like, oh my gosh, that must be amazing. But someone mentioned in a reel that after one of those journeys, whilst it feels great, it actually drains your energy because there's different vibrations hitting you because of the velocity and the speed that you're going at. Now, of course, that kind of makes sense, but I'm not a physicist. I don't know anything about the velocity and speed of anything really. So I'm not sure if it's true, but I'm just trying to give you an example of you kind of looking at things in your life that make you feel really drained. Like, for example, if you've got a favorite TV show and you love watching it, but afterwards you feel really like stuck to the sofa, you feel, you're really drained. And then other things you'll watch and you think, yeah, I loved that too, but I didn't feel so drained. Maybe food substances as well. You're looking at where things drain your energy. And I just feel this sense of you really trying to choose the healthier options in life or what's best for you right now, and not in a selfish way. I just feel like you're just looking across the board how you can be a better version of yourself, because we always can be. We're all the students of life. We've come to this lifetime to learn lessons. If anyone tells you that they know best, they really don't. None of us do. We're all just discovering as we go along the way. And, new knowledge is really exciting for everybody. So I definitely see that you'll implement all this new knowledge to inform your reality and help you with all of your endeavors. Because every person we meet, every experience we have, it actually teaches us about the next step on our journey. It arms us with tools of how to do life as we move forward. And you've experienced a lot of difficulty, and I feel like you have a lot of resources available to you to move through the next stages of life. I mean, the Seven of Wands is actually a nonconformist. You're someone who marches to the beat of your own drum. You never give up. You always make an effort. You give 100% in every single thing that you do. And, this is a card that indicates you may have experienced a lot of competition along the way, or people who tried to slow you down in some way because, you outshone them. You didn't mean to, you were just being you. And as you've moved through life, you may have noticed that people tried to fit you into a little box of expectation, because this card is in the resistance position. But you're here to break out of that box and say, no, this is who I am. This is my identity. This is who I stand for. This is what I stand for. And this is me. Take me as I am. And I really feel it's taken you a time period to get to this level of feeling really comfortable in your own skin and, with your own strength. Because sometimes, especially if you're outshining people and you don't mean that, but, the right people, they will see it as a sign that it gives them permission to shine with you. And that's the power of energy and, connection, and that we are one. But there's going to be some people you've met along the way that sees your power and your shining light as something to be afraid of or to be concerned about, because they feel like you outshine them in some way, or you threaten their position in some way. Let's put it that way. So I feel, you are learning who is your soul tribe, who is not, who you vibe with, who you don't. And this card, it also indicates that you're here to make things happen in your life. You have that energy, your fire element, but it's also okay to acknowledge when you need to rest. Because if anything, you shouldn't force anything in life, because if it has to be forced, then that means it's not really either ready for you right now. Doesn't mean it's not ready never. It just means not right now. Or it means that there is an easier way and you're being protected and redirected towards something greater for you in the long run. But that Seven of Wands there, that can indicate that, some of you, for some of you, not all of you, I'm being given an energy of self-defense, okay, which is random. So some of you may have taken up a self-defense class, or you may have actually been looking at your strength and how you can implement it in your everyday circumstances. But also the Seven of Wands can indicate stress, okay, that there's been a lot of pressure on you recently to evolve with what's going on in the world at the moment. For example, everyone's under pressure to some degree, and you're trying to find new ideas of how to connect to your goals, your dreams, and to really be prosperous. And I definitely see that you will be that. And that Seven of Wands there, I feel is an energy of keep fighting for what you believe in, because you're going to accomplish it. There is a breakthrough moment. So you may have been working really hard towards something, whatever that is. When I say working towards something, it doesn't mean mean within a career sector. It means something that you want to develop either within yourself or so it could be a personal project, or for example, if you're petitioning for something in the area to be changed so that it's more beneficial for the community or more safe, shall we say, I definitely see a breakthrough. So don't give up on anything that you feel really strongly about is what I see here, because I feel there is like a revamp or a rebirth with it, and it's very exciting because I feel any challenge or anything that you're challenging at this moment, it becomes a positive. It feels suddenly it works in your favor, okay? Now, the fact that we have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, this can indicate that you've been going through quite a lot recently. It just feels hard. And the 10 of Wands indicates you're exhausted, but you're actually clearing space for a new beginning. Life tends to get pretty hard when we're about to experience a brand new experience or a brand new environment or a brand new idea or a brand new sort of breakthrough on something that is going to make space for something incredible, let's put it that way. So, there's such a cliched saying that says, it's always the darkest before dawn, okay? And I feel like you are about to experience your dawn, as it were, and dawn is breaking, and you must not fight against the changes, because I feel these changes will be positive for you long term. Now, the 10 of Wands also indicates some of you may have been doing too much, okay? So when you have the Ace of Swords there, it can indicate it's a time to prioritize, to cut through the faff of life, as it were. Sometimes, because I feel like you're someone who loves to help other people, and that's wonderful. Don't ever stop being the wonderful you. But if it's at the cost of your energy, or you feel that you don't have time to fulfill your own needs, then you need to readdress the balance a little bit, okay? Just in terms of schedule, just so that you have some time to do whatever it is that you feel is necessary for your path there as well. Now also, when you've got the 10 of Fire or 10 of Wands, it does indicate that a lot of you are getting major closure on difficult, maybe emotional situations or relationships, or even just emotions in general. And you are realizing what doesn't belong in your life anymore. So I feel you fought really hard to eradicate these things. So for some of you, it could be addictions. You fought really hard to battle away and eradicate that temptation or that addiction energy in your life. For others, it could be like a tempting, relationship or partnership. For some of you, it could be a state of mind or a state of being where you're having more confidence about yourself and you're silencing the inner critic. Whatever it is for you, I definitely get a sense here that you are now in control. You are now in command of whatever it is that you've been battling away with over this time. I feel like you have infinite possibilities to be in charge of your everyday circumstances, and you are empowered. You are a Leo. You are strong. You are someone who has a lot of fire in your soul. And sometimes life, we're all dealing with it. There's ups and downs. I can't lie to you about that. You know that. I know that. We've all experienced that. But you are equipped with the tools in life to help you move through these difficult times. And you're making waves. I definitely see that you're making an impact in your world with the people that you care about, with the people that matter in your life, with the circumstances that matter, because you matter and you're making that impact. And there is change afoot, and it's really positive. And I really feel here some of you are being called to make a choice in the next coming weeks, and you're going to have this major breakthrough where fate and destiny align, and suddenly you're going to see loads of synchronistic numbers or names or things that give you signs, even signs that you've asked for. So if you've been asking for an omen, or you've been asking the universe to show you a sign that, something good is coming, you're going to get your sign, and then the good stuff is headed your way. The Ace of Swords, it basically means karma is coming right back to you, because you're someone who's so generous, so helping, so kind, and the goodness is coming right back to you now. But the Ace of Swords also indicates suddenly you know what to do to streamline your life, or to step up and lead, or do something to take charge and change your life for the better. Also, aces are divinely gifted and guided by the universe. So I definitely see here that there is achievement. This is your breakthrough moment. This is you being inspired. This is about you having wonderful new ideas on how to experience life from a better angle, because sometimes it's about our perspective, and sometimes it's about the angle or, the curveball that we've been thrown in life. And it's about making lemonade once you've got a lemon, right? And I feel like you are the master or the mistress of being able to do that. But things are going to get better for you. And with that Ace of Swords, I feel a lot of you are taking responsibility and accountability for your life, because we've all learnt that no one's coming to save us, per se. It doesn't mean that you're alone. We're a collective and we all are combined in our energy. There is a oneness about us. But also I feel like, you're stepping up in your life in some way and you're taking charge of something, and there's something new happening here for you that is your truth, but also it is the next steps of your journey, and you're acting on something. So whether it is an idea, whether it is you're relocating, whether it is you're coming to the end of your working environment and you're moving into retirement, whether it is that you've retired and now you're deciding to leave to another country and experience life in a different way. Whatever it is for you. For some of you, it could be that you're single and now you're in a relationship, or you are in a relationship and now you're having a child. We all go through milestones of life, and it's about trying to enjoy the process, even though there's a lot of pressure. And sometimes we're never ready. Life just happens and we have to deal with it. We get that plot twist and we have to deal with it. And I feel you've been going through a lot of plot twists recently, but now you're in charge and you're dealing with it. And there's a major breakthrough here and a major success, major wins coming here for you. Okay. Now I do get this message occasionally. So it is something that pops up for your reading, and it's to remember your crown. Okay, to remember your crown, that you are a Leo, king, queen of the jungle kind of energy. So I definitely see that you're tapping into this sense of empowerment over the next coming months, and that just helps you move forward as well. Now we do have the Judgment card, so this is about weighing up options. It's about getting clarity. These two cards are about seeing clearly how strong you are, how you're dealing with the situation, how proud you should be of everything that you've gone through and how you dealt with it. Of course, sometimes we have regrets. We have things that we wish we had said or done or did or never did. So, humans, we are a complex mix, and I feel looking at your cards, you're trying to live life on your own terms without regrets. And I definitely get this sense that you are going to be able to do that. Now, with the Judgment card, I feel some sort of opportunity that you thought was missed is actually coming back around for you. This is a regenerative energy, and it's really positive. It may be connected to your true life's calling and mission, but it could also be some of the questions that you have for the universe or questions you have deep within yourself. You may be sort of asking those questions or revisiting those questions in order to get clear on them a little bit more, especially if you're discovering your faith or reestablishing your faith at the moment. You may have questions and you will start to seek answers, and these answers are going to be revealed to you in different shapes and forms, through people, through experiences, through omens, through signs, and it's going to help you move forward on something that you have been trying to resolve within yourself, is what I'm seeing there as well. Now, the Judgment card is kind of like a card that indicates you're leaving your old life behind, and you've got a lot of endings here in this reading. So I feel there's a big milestone happening for you right now, which brings in fresher energy, more positivity, more abundance, and I feel it's more in alignment with your life's purpose and mission. Because, when I'm looking at this from all the cards, it's like, why does life have to be so hard? What's the point? What's the purpose? What is my mission? What's my calling? And I feel sometimes, we're under so much pressure that we cannot hear the whisperings of our heart. And I feel right now you're trying to find that silent space or that peace of mind so that you can really tap into the whisperings of your heart. And my guides just reminded me that the conifer or the pine cone actually is third eye activation. So some of you are actually developing your spiritual gifts, opening up that third eye even more so that you can gain clarity, but also that you can have a sense of knowingness to see information or perceive information that perhaps is not readily available to other people. And that again is difficult, to process, but also to sort through the chatterings of our ego that also go on behind the scenes. And I feel like you're really trying to sort things out. Now, this reading is really deep. I did not expect it was going to go this way, but here we are. So that's what's coming out for you at the moment. But that Judgment card indicates a need to make a decision. Okay, and with clarity, you will make the right decision for you, whatever decision it is. You've got this, and you understand what is being called of you right now, or what is necessary, or how you should proceed, or the direction that you need to follow. Now, of course, I could say people are focusing on finances right now. You didn't get any pentacle cards, but this reading's not really about career, money, or anything like that. It's really about you, how you're pushing through, the evolution of life or the journey that you're on. But also, I feel, some of you, you're seeing that it's tough out there financially, and I feel like you're trying to be really strong, trying to think of new ideas on how to protect your abundance, but also to create more. And I definitely see that you're going to have some breakthrough ideas that will help you on your life's mission, either to expand on opportunities or to find someone who gives you really great advice to help you with your finances. So whether that's to do with like pensions or, savings or compounding interest or whatever it is, it could be that you're trying to find answers or information on how to develop not just a budget, because I don't feel it's like that. It's like, how do you develop a sense of security and an opportunity to increase whatever it is that you've worked really hard for already. And I feel like the right information is going to come to you. So you could like go on YouTube, for example, and suddenly, the algorithm pops up a video that you're like, wow, this is the information that I was kind of looking for, but I couldn't find it. And, these are given to you. These signs, symbols, videos, whatever, they're given to you on purpose. You were meant to see these things to help you with your path. So do not dismiss anything that comes your way, because everything has a purpose. And that's what's coming out there for you. Whoa, that was a lot, okay? I really feel like you're moving into a new level regarding your life, and that things are going to get infinitely better for you. I'm just going to get some final cards. This is a wonderful deck here, and it's basically the Shamanic Oracle by MAHRUKH X. And it's really about lessons that we're learning or things that are coming towards us. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? They want me to go again. Okay. So we have divine masculine. Okay, now there's a lot of wands here, which indicates you're in a state of doing, passion, ambition. You're pushing forward to accomplish something, and you're not giving up, and you're not adhering to anyone else's expectations. I definitely see that with sustained effort, you're going to get whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish at this time. But it says here, be willing to take risks, but remain unattached to the outcome. Structure, take charge, action, and a masculine energy. Now, I definitely see you taking charge. That definitely came out, that energy in this reading. But also, I feel number 16 tends to be the tower energy in the major arcanas, and that's all about being a tower of power, restructure, breaking away anything that's not stable or not working for you, and giving you an opportunity to rebuild in some way. So I really feel that this is actually a positive time for you, despite chaotic circumstances or difficult circumstances in your surroundings, shall we say. Now, we also have day and night cannot dwell together. Now, I often ponder this card, and the energy that I'm getting for your particular reading for this proverb there is that we need to prioritize, okay? And again, I was given this energy for you in the reading that it's always darkest before the dawn, and it feels very much like it's very connected, like, you have been going through one of the darkest times or the most difficult times right now. Don't get me wrong, you're experiencing some wins, some personal wins, or some things that are going really well for you, but other things perhaps you may feel has changed, or you just feel a little bit like off. It just feels like for some of you, you could do with a break, or it just has been really hard. And now you're about to experience the dawn. And as you can see, this is the dawn calling there. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is the breakthrough, the light. Okay, and I feel like you're prioritizing on what's really important for you right now. Family, friends, experiences, of course, stability, all of those things. But it's like we cannot dwell in two different energies. We have to focus on the present moment where we feel like we're at. And sometimes, we have to experience that level of shadow self, because that's when we can move forward and process and then discover the light. They cannot exist together. Well, they cannot dwell together, but they certainly are opposite ends of the spectrum, and we must experience both. So it's like you're coming out of that difficult period. Also, I feel, especially since there's a handprint over this person's mouth, for some of you, you've not been talking or discussing with other people what you've been going through. You've been, really keeping that burden to yourself. So I feel like you're also learning about self-expression and knowing when it's time to basically open up and say, look, you know what, I'm not having a good day. And many years ago, I went to buy a coffee in a store, and I was having a really awful day, like one of the worst. Basically, the person behind the counter just said, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day?" And I was like, you know what? It's one of the worst days. I'm having an awful day. And suddenly she was like really taken aback, like, oh, because normally the way it goes is, how you doing? How's your day? Oh, I'm awesome, thanks. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. It's kind of that exchange, and it's like, then you go your separate ways. But I was really honest in that moment, because I was like, you know what? I'm done with the facade of saying, yeah, everything's fine, or the mask of going, yeah, you know what? I'm doing well. When actually that day in particular, I was like, I am not doing well. And I just sort of like threw it out there. And she looked at me first like, whoa, and then went, you know what? Me neither. It's really awful today. And she was just like, I can't believe this, that, and the other. And we had a really honest, open discussion, only for a couple of seconds, really, a minute maybe, because there was a queue behind me. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, yeah, me too. I'm so sorry. I hope things get better. And she was like, yeah, right back at you. And it was a moment of camaraderie where we're like, you know what? We're all putting on that brave face. And I feel here for some of you, you're putting on that brave face, and it's hard. And in that moment, we need to recognize that we're all going through something. It may not be the same. And, it was really wonderful of her then. And she was like, you know what, here's a coffee, just take it, it's on the house. And that was so sweet. But it was just a moment of generosity of spirit, not just generosity, here's a free coffee, but it was a generosity of spirit to say, this is my truth. I'm owning it. And it doesn't always have to be wonderful. It doesn't always have to be rainbows. It doesn't always have to be like sparkles. Sometimes it's hard, and we have to acknowledge that. And I definitely see that that's something that perhaps you're going through right now, but you're about to have that breakthrough moment where it will get infinitely easier for you. And looking at your last card, this is really positive. Your prayers are going to be answered, okay? Whatever it is you've been manifesting, visualizing, it says here, prayer. Number 17 is the star energy, which is a wish being delivered. So depending on your belief system, or if you don't have a belief system, for example, this can be an energy of you. Whatever it is you're wishing for or hoping for, it is going to be delivered for you. It says here, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe and it will be yours. Worship, devotion, pleading, and faith. So reestablishing your belief system, believing that whatever it is you want will show up for you. Believe and receive. That is the energy. And right now, I feel like you're going to have some sort of milestone moment where things do get infinitely better for you, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close the reading. Okay, so we have the gift rune, okay? So this is all about gifts from the universe, divine opportunities, good fortune, a turn of events, but it's also like problems being solved, and also dealing with things that are of an emotional nature, where you're processing in order to get closure and to really live in the moment. But I do also see this is partnerships. So if you are looking for love, I do feel, if that's something that you've been hoping for, there is a potential for that there as well. But ultimately, I feel your energy reading right now is a friendship with yourself, a deeper knowing, an evolving through events and coming out the other side, and getting closure that you need in order to embrace a bright new future, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Leo. It was very intense. It may not resonate with everyone, of course, but there we are. I have to honor the energy that comes out and the cards. You see me shuffle. I can't control the cards. They just pop out as they are popping out. So if something resonates, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. The bell is actually the notification bell. And some of you beautiful Leos have reached out and said you're not receiving any notifications. And I contacted YouTube, and they basically said, go into your settings on YouTube and the notifications part, and make sure that all the notification buttons are on. But you also need to subscribe to whoever's channel you want the notifications from, and press their notification bell. And for some of you, and I didn't really understand this bit because, there was a lot of jargon going on with the YouTube support creator. They were really wonderful, but sometimes I'm like, oh, what does that mean? They said something about like pop-ups on your screen or your laptop or your settings. So make sure that your laptop or computer doesn't have like ban pop-ups, or because sometimes that can stop like notifications. Apparently, I don't know, but that's there as well. So I hope that helps someone. That's not just for my channel, that's for people who are struggling with getting notifications from anybody's channel. It works for everybody, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.